everyone? This is STORYHIVE on location in Vancouver with Van City. Beats, eats, and more. My name is Kazi, the host of the show, and today I'm joined by the one and only Tomas Drafi, aka T-Boy. What's up?
What's up?
T-Boy is a Vancouver-based dancer originally from Slovakia with over 20 years of experience in street dance, specializing in popping and hustle. A true global mover, he's traveled the world to battle, perform, teach, and keep learning, constantly evolving in the craft. He's also a longtime student of DJ Renegade from the UK, shout outs, one of the most respected coaches, dancers, DJs in the street dance world. T-Boy represents the Monsterz Crew out of the UK and the BKP collective from Slovakia and Czech Republic. He's also the visionary behind The Morning Disco, if you haven't heard of these parties that both kicked off from Eastern Europe and Vancouver, creating spaces for people to connect through music, movement, and early morning vibes. So cheers.
Cheers.
Yay. I want to know about like the beginning of your dance journey, you know, and where did you grow up and how did that influence you becoming the creative being that you are? That's loaded, but I'll let you interpret that.
So I kind of I think I grew up with the dance like straight from the beginning. I'm Gypsy. Today is International Roma Day.
Woo woo.
Shout out to my brothers, sisters.
Yeah.
And so we grew up basically around music. Everybody in the family is a musician. I used to play violin for 8 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Like I had concerts and stuff like that. It was crazy. Yeah. But then I left it because I started to dance. And so I feel like the music and the connection to the like party together was coming from the family in like really early age, right? And then when I was 15, I just started to like dance in a way, you know, just like learning from like the videos. And then there was this course happening in our school, so we just
Is this
attended
in
like
Slovakia?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like a hip hop course, and we were like, oh, let's just go. It was like 3 of us. And then that's how we just started, like there. And she was telling us afterwards to go like certain ways because she saw like, oh, this guy likes to break. I like more popping, da-da-da-da-da. So she just sent us to like certain people. And that's how I basically started to like dance more technically, like focusing on a technique. But till that time, it was just like a party, you know? So I think that's where like the vibe energy basically coming from, because it always kind of like remind me of my childhood and my family being around, we dancing together on a like the gypsy parties are crazy.
Yeah, describe them for me.
Like you dance on a table, you know, you go wild, everybody dancing with everybody.
What's the music like? So
the gypsy music is it's very melodic.
Yeah.
And it can be really fast. It can be slow. You can have like all tempos, right?
Are there specific instrumentation that is used in gypsy music?
Like in general, I think there is like cymbal, violin, you know, piano. Yeah, but or like saxophone as well sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I always kind of like feel, you know, it's like that energy from it. Yeah, love it.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I love to be gypsy.
You know, I love that you're proud of your culture and where you're from. And that makes a lot of sense now why you are the ultimate host, you know, when it comes to the party for morning discos. Do you remember what that first video was that you pulled up, that you saw of what is street dance that like really caught you?
I think it was like really old Juste Debout videos.
Oh, snap. Okay, so Juste Debout, if anyone doesn't know, is like a street dance, club dance battle that happens in Paris?
Yeah. So there, I used to dance, and we started to like watch like videos and like started to like research more. And there was this website called, I think Style to Dance.
Yeah.
If I remember right. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
And they had like videos of I remember like Brucey Kanji,
Yeah.
and these like a high level people already at the time, right? That we were like watching, and I was like amazed. Yeah, it was crazy. I loved it. And then like another thing what really kind of like inspired me in this is me watching my elders at the gypsy parties.
How come?
Because they just groove. They don't know the technique, but they do. They just go. It's a flow, you know.
Yes.
And when you feel the rhythm, when you feel the beat, right, and you just flow with it without like many times like don't knowing what you're doing, it's amazing, right? Because you just groove, you just feel.
I can relate
And
to that.
yeah, and me seeing that kind of a lot, like at these parties, like that's an inspiration as well. Yeah,
So you grew up in Slovakia.
yeah.
What was the hip hop community, street dance community like as you
That
were
time?
coming up? Yeah.
It was just starting.
Yeah. And this is specifically Bratislava or
Yeah, it was just kind of like starting. It was like people still didn't take it like, let's say like I said like, oh, I had a practice. And they will still take it just as a random dance class.
Okay.
It's just that feel, you know? So
Yeah.
people didn't think that time that you can be serious about becoming a dancer. It's kind of feel, you know?
So then for you, at what point did you get introduced to, I guess, the community that really showed you like street dance?
It was like shortly after that.
Yeah.
Like I started to go to this school called Street Dance Academy. And that was kind of like I think like the first actually school that focused on like these styles. Like they thought like hip hop, popping, locking.
Is this the one that's in a forest? In like, where's that?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Rita Spirit went to
Oh.
a street dance school.
That's called Osa. That's in Sweden.
Okay, yeah.
That's an amazing one.
Yeah. No, yours is different.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was in the beginning, you know. So it was like it was really small, and then there was a big show on TV where like it was like a first like really like a dance show, you know, like where people who did hip hop
Yeah.
came on a TV, and it was really like inspiring for like it was that kind of like moment that everybody wanted to be a dancer, you know. So it was just like really popping up, really crazy.
How did you get into popping?
I think
And why did that speak to you the most?
it's the music, definitely. Like I remember like we were growing up and we played like funk in a house, right? Or gypsy music or funk. So and they both kind of like work somehow together, right?
Yeah.
And I remember it's my favorite record till today, Never Too Much by Luther
Vandross.
Yeah, Luther Vandross. The best song ever
Yes.
created till today.
It's the ultimate party
Yeah.
starter. It's the ultimate
Yeah.
party closer.
Yeah.
Never too much, never too much, never too much.
Da, 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 da.
Exactly.
Love it. Yeah. So that's you know, and I saw the record. My dad had a record of it, and I still remember like the print, how it looked like, and the song of it. I don't even know like what age I was, like really young. Yeah, and so we were like listening to this music at the parties as well, you know, like Earth, Wind and Fire,
Yeah.
Kool and the Gang,
Yup.
Delegation, Rick Bailey,
Yes.
all these guys, you know.
Classic.
Yeah, Luther Vandross, blah, blah, blah. There is like so many of them, you know. And that's why I think like I was really related like to the music, and then when I saw that there is actually a dance to that music, you know, I was
Done. Hooked on popping.
Yeah.
Who were your first teachers with that?
So there's two guys called Drafi and Boogie, and they were the teachers actually in the Street Dance Academy that time, and they were just like teaching us, but in a way like they still didn't know themselves, right? Because it was the time that it was just popping up.
Yeah.
They still didn't know themselves much, but I mean, like the energy, like how they did it with the passion, like it made me continue like till today, you know. So I'm so like thankful to them. They're not dancing anymore, neither of them now, but you see, like they hooked me up with it.
And then you move forward with it.
Started to go like to different countries for like battles, workshops.
Yeah.
Started to know like more people around, you know, becoming a more part of some community that time, you
Yeah.
know. Meeting new people, you know, and then you're like, oh, see you next time in the same spot in like 2 months, you know. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like becoming like friends with these people.
That's the international dance
Yeah.
community, or the language of dance.
You go
is-
anywhere, you have friends
that-
everywhere.
That's it.
I love it.
How did the relationship with DJ Renegade happen? That, because you really listed him in your bio as like your coach.
He is my
know?
coach, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
How did you guys meet? How did that
so
happen?
we met through a friend of mine
Yeah,
because they were dating.
yeah.
And he was coming to Bratislava more often. And I was telling her that I would love to like train with him, right? Because I just heard that time it was, what was it? 20,
I mean, the man's been dancing since the 80s.
oh yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
From the UK.
Like I know
originally.
him for like
Yeah.
over 10 years, definitely,
Yeah.
if not more. Yeah, he became like really strong for me, you know, in a way like I still gonna remember like the first training with it. So we met at the party. I'm telling him I want to train with him. He's like, you're not ready, and I'm like, let's do it. I love him for that. He tells you.
Why did he think
tells
you were
you.
not ready though? That's what
I
I'm
don't
curious.
know, because he sometimes he just like,
Wants to test you?
no, yeah, and he just want to like jokes. He's the joker. He always has jokes about everything, right? So we met at the party. I'm telling him, let's train. He came to my apartment at the time, and we were doing like an exercise where basically you are just shaking your tricep, right? And then
Yeah.
just hold for, let's say, 8 count,
Yeah.
right? He calls it the chicken wings. Yeah. And like, imagine like we did it for like 15 minutes. You're dying, like literally after 3 minutes, you're dying,
Your
right?
arms are just shaking.
And then we fall on the floor. It was 3 of us, and he's like 10 push-ups. I'm like, what? We did 10 push-ups, and then we stood up, like almost crying. Another 15 minutes. Let's go. I remember it was amazing. I couldn't like lift my arm for like days after. But
Wow.
so he really like influenced me in many ways, right? And especially like the way he thinks about the movement and the way he thinks about the music, and how I think he's a genius. Like he's one of those people who can teach you anything without knowing the thing. He's always learning, like staying up till like 4 a.m. He's crazy.
Yeah.
And he became like really strong to me because I lost my dad when I was 9. He had a car crash. And he gave me that feel of that in a way. Like I remember like the first time he hugged me, You know, like my tears kind of came up. Yeah. And so he became like really close to me in a way that I'm not like afraid to share with him. Like this is happening to me in my life, you know. So he's many times to me like my Dr. Love. You know, calling him, I'm like, Kev, no, this happened again or something, you know. He's so close. Yeah, I love him.
Wow. What is something that he taught you that has changed your perspective or your approach to dance and your movement? One thing.
The details matters.
The details matter.
Yeah, I always think of like, I think the difference between the good dancer and a great dancer is like the details, you know,
Describe details.
the attention to finishing the movement, the attention to being aware where I am, like where's my weight, you know, because then if I understand that, I can be more creative rather than not knowing like what I'm doing with my feet, you know. Hips, the most important thing, you know. How you breathe, you know. When is the inhale, when is the exhale. The power of it, you know. How the intensity of, let's say, if you're talking like popping, like how the intensity of the hit can be that it doesn't need to be always one way, but you have the range of power, right? The attention to being here and present. Because then I think that's like the most kind of like beautiful thing when you are like 100% like present with the music, you know? You are pure, I love that, yeah. You know, like I want to feel the music because the music makes me do what I'm gonna do. And I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna freestyle.
Yeah.
But the music needs to move me to that.
Yeah. Speaking of what needs to click and what's the vibe thing, I think nourishing our bodies with this awesome, this is the man who said I could live off of sweets.
Oh my God, yes. Give me the sugar.
Yeah, there's a local bakery called Pure Bread.
Yeah.
We love them. Every morning, have you been into a Pure Bread?
Yeah, I've been.
It's down the street there. Oh yeah, for sure. And they just like lay them all out in the glass pastry case. Like I kid you not, today, I'm pretty sure they had like 7 different kinds of scones.
Oh.
But
cheers.
Cheers. All I know about what biscuits are is that it equals a lot of butter.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk about hustle.
Let's do it.
How did you first get into it? Where did you first see hustle?
2009. I'm in New York on a party called Funk Box.
Funk Box!
And we are in a club, and I'm seeing in a cipher, right? Archie and Marjorie. Rest in peace. And they were doing hustle, right? And I'm like, this is so cool. But I never thought of like, I thought like that's just like some their connection.
Right.
That's just
the two of them.
Yeah, like how they normally dance. So I didn't really think of it, oh, that's a style actually, or that's something that you can do more, you know? So that was like the first thing, but then in that time I was kind of like strictly, you know, I'm a popper. I'm not gonna do any partner dance.
Spoken like any street dancer before they've made the hustle transition.
Yeah. And then in 2012, me and my ex-partner, we were in New York, and she introduced me to Jeff Selby in a club, right? So she was like, oh, like let's go. We're gonna go to his class. You know, he's teaching new style hustle. And I'm like, what is it? She was like, oh, it's like really cool partner dance. You will see. So I'm like, cool, let's go. So we went there, and I hated it for really long time.
Why? Because you couldn't get it right away?
No, I just didn't want to dance with anybody else. I didn't want to be there. I'm like, what I'm doing here, dancing with a girl? And in the same time, it was like, it's so natural to me to dance in the couples because of like the way we grew up at the parties, the way we dance, you know? Dancing always together.
The gypsy parties.
Yeah. So I kind of like felt awkward in it. But then, I don't know what was the breakdown, but I started to love it, you know? And it became like a healer. I love it.
Yeah. It's like all the pieces then click and it makes sense.
I love the moment when I dance with someone, after like 10 minutes of dance, you are like, hi, what's your name? You know, like I love that feeling. And it's happening like around like the whole world, you know, like you have amazing followers everywhere. So I love that feeling that you kind of getting the person know different way.
Yeah.
Different way because it's like you can understand so much from like the movement together, you know, like I'm seeing like what's the connection like, you know, like where is the person looking? Is they like looking towards me, or they like doing a show off? You know, are you here with me? You know, what's your connection like? You know, are you strong? Are you letting me lead you, or you want to be the boss? You know?
Yeah.
You know? So it's like all these kind of like details and like the way the body shifts, you can kind of like understand about like what is the person like.
What I love about hustle is that well, specifically in this context, is that A, it's what brought you to come to Vancouver for the first time. And through our scene, you met your current partner, baby mama, congrats, new papa, Anita.
Yes.
Which I'll never forget also the day that Anita shared with me that you guys started dating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were at Robson Square and we were just like having a cute little catch up. And she's just like sharing with me like, yeah, me and T-Boy are dating. I was like, what? That's amazing. And then she started going to Europe and then y'all got married. Now you have a kid. And then, you know, what's amazing is that y'all came here to have your kid. And we've been blessed in our community to have you here now for the last like 6 months and more to come. But, you know, it's been also the blessing of not just you teaching your experience with dance and everything you've learned, whether it's hustle and popping, but you've also brought over this party that you started, Morning Disco. How did that start? What inspired you to create this event?
So in 2019, I did a 5-day festival in London called Hustle Fest. One of those days was a morning session, and I liked this thing from the whole fest the most.
Yeah.
And then I started to realize when I went even to train myself popping, that if I go in the daytime or like morning time,
you have more energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is something about like training and seeing there is a light.
Of course.
You know? So I started to have this feeling that morning is good, you know? To be active in the morning, you know.
He's like I'm transitioning from night owl party guy to
I used to
morning.
So my life is split to two. Yeah? I'm a dancer, and in the same time I was always working in a hospitality as a bartender, as a barista, as a waiter, as a host, as a whatever, right? And I love that part as well, right? And lost my sentence.
You're telling me about how you started Morning Disco.
Thank you.
Yes. It's okay.
And then I'm in Bratislava, and 2 friends of mine, they throw down a party, but they call it Morgen Disco, which is in German.
Yeah.
Right. So I went there. It was an amazing vibe. I loved it, and then I started to work for this company, right? And I was like, after like, probably like a year after, I did organize another, like a festival back home in Slovakia with battle, with workshops. And I wanted to finish it with Morning Disco Party. And it has such an amazing feel. You know, it was July, you were dancing in the morning. It was amazing time. And then the same year, I think that was like 2022, I'm sorry, 2022. And then I did it again in December, in the same spot, right? And it went off amazing. So from that moment, I was like, this is something that is giving me life, and I want to share it with the world. So that's kind of like the whole idea behind it, right? We started, right, to do it like in the morning on Sundays, like once in a month. And more people started to come. And it was just becoming a thing. You know, and that was like the kind of like the first morning party, like even like around like the countries, like in 2022, like there wasn't that much of like the morning scene as now, right? So it was something like really, really new, to the point that we were organizing boat parties.
I saw that.
With
it looked
400
amazing.
people, you know, like crazy stuff with the live sax.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, you know. And it's like, as it goes, like it's kind of like it always gives me like the life to do it more, because I can see how much I can kind of like give my feeling to other people.
Yes.
Right? And especially now, like coming to Vancouver, didn't know anyone, and basically started to do this. It's amazing. Big shout out to Nina Mendoza.
Yes.
Without you, it wouldn't be happening. Thank you, girl.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and this place as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love that feel of that you wake up and you start to move in a way, you know, like, but the thing is, here in Vancouver, I love that the music we play, because we focus more on funk, disco, R&B, right? House.
Yeah.
But it's not really ravey.
Yeah.
Because to me, like now I see like the morning scene started to like goes around the world. Like
Yeah.
it's a big now, right?
Yeah. Especially post-COVID era.
Yeah.
You know, it's like people are tired. They want to go home earlier. Nobody wants to stay out as late.
Yeah.
So the morning, or if you're in your 30s, 30 plus, you want
Definitely.
You want to party earlier, man.
By 9 p.m. I want to be home. So I want to reflect that it's a morning.
Yeah.
Because I can go to the rave party in the night. Yes, it's definitely gonna work for like lots of people in the morning.
Yeah.
Not for me. I don't like the music.
Yeah.
But I know I get jammed for morning.
Yes.
You know, so if I'm gonna dance to George Benson, Give Me the Night in the morning, poof, I'm gonna get down to that.
Yeah.
You know, or like some Marvin Gaye, or like these people that we actually play here. I love it. It's because that's what I will actually play at home. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm playing to my son, you know, when I'm dancing with him. It's this exact people, you know, because, yeah, it's, the music needs to move me somehow. You know, I don't want just people to jump, you know.
Yeah.
I want people to dance.
Well, I think it's really dope that you brought morning disco over here to Van City because it filled a gap that I think we're having. And I remember you reaching out to me from the first time when you wanted to introduce this party and we were talking about it. And, you know, like for us to be able to go out on a Sunday, a party that goes from 11 a.m. till 3, that there's coffee, everyone is collectively getting caffeinated.
Yeah.
And then hearing this good music that I also play in the morning. Like my morning music is usually that, like it's funk and soul and disco. And so to have that here in this space, and I also like definitely want to shout out again, Ari and Mount Pleasant, Vintage and Provisions for like really supporting the idea and
big
hosting this event and space. And one of the coolest things that I love about social dancing, other than, you know, when you get to do partner dance, is line dancing.
Yeah.
And that is something that I grew up with. Being Filipino, we do the electric slide, the achy breaky heart, which is like country, like line dancing. Anyways, you made up a specific morning disco line dance. And the last morning disco that happened last month, you taught it to everyone. Yeah. And throughout the party at different moments, we all busted it out. Yeah. We're going to teach it.
Let's do it.
Right now, to all of y'all, if anyone's tuned in or if you're watching the replay, I want you to get up, get your booties up.
Let's do it.
Shall we? Yeah, this way. Hey, yo.
So, it's kind of like a mix of the classic electric slide and a bus stop as well. Yeah. So, you go the way we sing, right? So you go front, back, side to side. 5, 6, 7, go. And front, back, side to side. 4 to the right, spin to the left, and go. And front, back, side to side. 4 to the right, spin to the left. 4, back, soul, step. 4, back, soul, step. And go. And 4, back, and soul, step. Hey, front, back, side to side. 4 to the right,
and
spin to the left. Hey, and 4, back, soul, step, shoulder, turn. Front, back, side to side. Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do the full circuit.
5, 6.
Wait, give me some room. You go a little bit. Yeah.
That's the flow. 5, 6, 7, go. And front, back, side to side. And 4 to the right, and spin to the left. Say what? And 4, and back. And give me soul, step, and shoulder, 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 turn.
And this way.
And front, back, front, back, side to side. Hey, forward to the right, hey.
And
Spin to the left, hey, hey. And fall, back, and soul, step. And shoulder, 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 turn. And go, boom.
Amazing.
There you go.
Yo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was so fun.
Pleasure.
Well, thank you so much for this
Thank you.
interview, T-Boy. It was
Happy
so
to be
fun
here.
to get to know you more,
Yeah.
to get to know your story, your come
Yeah.
up, you know. And yeah, I mean, this has been great. We're going to keep dancing. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in. Shout out to everyone who's watched the replay. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
This has been another episode of Van City Beats, Eats, and
More.
Rah!